travelling around Britain with my trusty little caravan behind me, uncovering foods and traditions that are being passionately revived. Look, I can see the sea. Today, I'm in the northeast. Now here's a cunning question for you. Who invented, I can't do that accent any longer, who invented the electric light bulb? Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Edison. But you're wrong, because it was Joseph Swan from Gateshead. And as some of you history and physics buffs may know, electric lights in the 1800s were just a glowing piece of wire which didn't stay light for very long. Mr. Swan was the first to put the wire in an airtight glass bulb, and so came about a longer lasting light. Yes, Joseph Swan, first man to have an electric light bulb in his house. Imagine how weird that must have been for the neighbours. Well, that's enough light shed on that. Next, I'm off to learn about an ancient art that's quite literally full of hot air. Now, it's fair to say that I may have blown my own trumpet once in a while. I am a very keen amateur trumpeter. And I've blown hot and cold when it comes to fashions and that sort of thing. But there's one thing I haven't blown. Can you guess what it is? That's right, glass. Here in Sunderland, they've been blowing it for centuries. And today, I'm going to have a go. Glass was first made in ancient Egypt, but it was an Anglo-Saxon abbot, Benedict Biscop, who first brought it to Britain. He built a church in Sunderland and hired French glaziers to make the windows. With a ready supply of cheap coal and easily imported high-quality sand, glassmaking became a boom industry, and by the 1900s, Sunderland became known as the glass capital of Britain. Traditionally, glass was blown, spun by hand, and made into jewellery, cups, and flat discs, which were the very first windows. Continuing the age-old craft of handmade glass is Roger Tye and his mate Phil Vickery. Here we are in Sunderland,
Yep.
which I've only just learned is kind of historically linked to glass.
It has a very fine tradition of glass making.
St. Peter's got the first stained glass window in
That's
Britain.
right, yeah, 674.
Yeah, it's quite a long way back, isn't
A
it?
long way back, yeah.
Yeah. And this is an example of what you're up to these days.
Yeah, quite decorative bottles.
There's an amazing depth in those things, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. The colour is several layers. The colour and the clear glass is several layers deep.
Right. Now to have a go at making my own piece of glass. I hope Roger's got something less ambitious in mind. Well, can I have a go at something?
Of course you can.
Something simple, obviously.
Yeah. We're going to get you to make a crown glass mullion.
Right.
Which is...
These?
Yeah. It's the disc with what you may recognise as the bullseye in the middle.
Give us a twirl.
No, I'm not going to do that.
And these would have been
Cut.
yeah.
Cut the round sections off to leave you a square
into
pane.
leaded square windows.
Yeah. But you can see, out of a disc that size, you're only going to get a square maybe like that. All yours, sir.
Where's the glass in there? I can't see
It's just like a big bowl of soup.
Right. Oh, I see it, yeah.
It's like getting honey out of a jar on a knife. Glass is made by melting together sand, limestone and ash at 1700 degrees Celsius. That's molten lava hot. Out you come. That's it. And then turn around to the chair. Hold the iron down a little bit. Rest it across the chair.
I'm in the wrong place.
As it turns, no, it's all right.
Turn the rod, turn myself. This is turning into a game of Twister.
Inside you go.
I've got a slightly knobbly bit of glass there.
That's it, and then you pick up the block.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just roll the iron backwards and forwards. Rolling it in a wet block shapes the glass into a ball, which makes the next part of the process a bit easier. So you just lean back and just blow as it turns. And I'll give you a shout as it comes through. A bit more of a blow. It's just starting to come through. A bit more if you can.
Has he gone purple yet?
Purple, I'm about to explode.
Okay, that'll do.
Can you
I've
see?
never blown as hard in my life.
You've got a tiny little bubble in the end there, but it's a good start.
Right.
Alrighty.
Start? That's finished me off. Is there more?
Alright, yes.
In Roman times, they used blowpipes made out of clay.
Made a light bulb.
These days, the pipes are made out of metal, but the technique is the same. You still need a lot of puff.
That's fine. Woo, woo.
Oh, I say, that's exciting.
That's a big one, but it's going to be thin. All right, now what we're going to do is stick another iron to the bottom
Yeah.
and break the bubble off the blowing iron at this point. So I'll gather some glass on an iron,
Okay, why are you doing that?
so we can reheat this end and
Okay.
open it out.
All right.
Sounds a bit complicated, but I think I've got it. To turn my bulb into a pane of glass, we're going to break it off this rod, leaving an open end which we can flatten out. So we need a second rod to hold it whilst we do this. Hot glass sticks to hot glass. Oh, this is all very clever stuff.
Okay, file there and tap the blowing iron. Tap.
Oh! Too much of a tap, wasn't it?
Just like my first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
Never mind.
My bubble has burst.
But thanks to the magic of telly, here's take two. Right, Edmondson, don't tap so hard this time.
Oh!
Right, Ade, if you'd like to take that iron, just rest it in the yoke there and turn it.
Put it in.
Yeah. And we're just heating up the top a little bit to open it out. Remember, keep it pointing slightly down when you come out.
Reheating softens the glass, and by turning the iron quickly, it spins out into a flat disc.
Just keep that spinning. Okay, that's great. Now just back it off to here. And tap, and tap. That's it. Now strike the iron quite hard. And again. That's it.
Hey!
There you go. There's your bullseye.
The next part of the process is to cut this into a square window pane.
That's it.
Hundreds of years ago, workshops like this would produce up to 200 glass panes every day. I'll be lucky to finish one at this rate.
Yeah,
Marvellous.
there you go.
Hey!
So that would be your window pane.
Yeah.
Good enough for your front door.
Well, thank you very much for that.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for showing me the process. It's fascinating, really is.
Oh, I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you to you too. Thank you. Look, made a window. That's what I've seen. You must have been used to getting the smell of each other by now. It's pretty hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You hold them up a bit higher.
Whoop.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.